Hey guys, alright, so this shouldn't take too long. Sorry that there's stuff in the background here. My son is watching his Your Child Can Learn, but okay, so quickly I wanted to talk to you guys about this because it was something that I heard at one of our events, and it was just so good because it was so true. So, okay, let's talk about this. People are like, you know what, I'm going to go all in. And they get pumped up, they get excited, and they're getting ready to go all in, and they think that they're going all in, but they're really not. They're deceiving themselves. And so I want to paint this picture here for you. So, you know, how many of you have been by an ocean, right? Most of us have. If you haven't, I'm sure you've seen movies, you know. So there's these people that are like, yes, you know what, I'm going to go all in. And what do? They get to their ankles, right? And they're like, yeah, I'm going to go all in, you know? And so the water's up to their ankles and stuff, so they're getting that feeling. And then they're like, yes, okay, let's go. We're going to go all in. And what do? They kneel down, right? They're kneeling here in the water so that they're getting that feeling of being knee deep, but they're really still only standing in so much of a water. So they haven't moved forward, but they deceived themselves to be knee deep so that they're getting the feeling of going all in. And then they're like, okay, you know what, I'm going to go all in, so I'm going to go to my race. So what do? They sit down on the sand, you know. So still, again, they're only at that little foothold of water, deceiving themselves of going all in. So they're not necessarily walking out to waist deep, but they're sitting on the ground getting that feeling of going all in. And then they're like, oh gosh, I'm going to go all in. I'm going to go all in. So here they are. They're sitting in the sand in the ocean, feeling like they're getting ready to go all in. And what do? They tilt back, dip their head in, and they go under the water. And they're like, yes, I went all in. And because they went underneath the water, so they got the feel of going all in the ocean, you know, being a part of this whole big thing, but yet they really didn't move. They didn't move forward. They were stuck in the same place, but deceiving themselves of the feeling. But they're robbing themselves of the blessing of what can truly happen by letting go of fear and taking steps forward and really truly going all in and letting, you know, the waves just hit them and stuff. And so to bring that back to what we do as coaches and everything is, I feel like there's times where we're like, yes, we're going to go all in, we're going to go all in, like I'm so ready for this, and we get pumped and we get excited and we even maybe start to do a little bit of the things that we're supposed to do to be going all in, you know, where we're getting a plan in place. So we have these, like, you know, planners, and we've got our schedule set and everything, but then we don't take a step forward and take action on those things. We just did the prepping of it. And that's kind of what it reminded me of, you know, and this fear that sets into us, and we don't move forward. We don't take the action steps on it. So I just want to let you guys know, like, if you're going to go all in, go all in. Don't just half it. Don't just do part of something. Don't just work your business sometimes. Work it all the times, even if it's in a small amounts. Because if you think about it like the domino effect, you know, you only need to hit one domino to make all the other dominoes go down. And you can make a huge impact if you set yourself up in place. You know, if you line those dominoes up step by step by step by step, and you just hit that one domino, what happens? The rest of them are going to cascade down. So it just takes your small efforts, and sometimes we feel like those little things, those little small efforts really aren't doing a whole lot, but it is. It's creating that domino effect. Read the compound effect. It truly makes a difference. But I don't want you guys to, don't deceive yourself in going all in and, you know, being all pumped up and then letting that fear set in place because you are robbing yourselves of helping people. We get so worried and scared about what other people are going to think. We have that fear of judgment. We have that fear of failure. We have that fear of rejection, all these fears that set in our heart and everything. And for me, if any of you guys are faith-based, you should know that in the Bible it states in 1 Timothy, I think 4:18, it says, perfect love casts out fear. Well, God is love. And so when we have God on our side, we shouldn't have any fear, because we know that no matter what, He is there to back us up. And and some of you guys might be like, well, I don't want people to think I'm just getting money from them. Why are you even thinking about that? Because that's not why you should be in this business, right? Yeah, we want to grow, and we have the ability to dream big. And if we're not dreaming big, then we're kind of insulting God. But we have that ability to prosper in this business in such a great manner and helping other people. I mean, just think about it for 1 second here. If the person that you knew, your upline coach or whatever, whoever connected you to your upline, or if it was them, if they didn't invite you to this opportunity, where do you think your life would be at right now? Just think about that. Like, I can't even think about that, because honestly, it scares me. It scares me to think where my life would be at if I didn't connect with Lindsay, and if I didn't take steps forward, and if she didn't encourage me and tell me, you know what, you don't quit, you've got, just keep going. Because I don't think I would have found God in this situation, and I know I wouldn't be who I am today. I would take all this crap that I'm going through right now and everything to be where I'm at today. So if you're going to go all in, like I said, go all in. Don't act like you're going to go all in and try to get that feeling of going all in, but yet not take the action steps that you need to take to go all in, because it really only takes these small little actions, step by step, by doing them consistently. You'll hear in this business, there's a few things that you'll hear, I hear over and over and over, and I've heard it like 3 different ways, and the one is fake it to make it, or as Scotty Hobbs is talking about on a leadership event in Summit, he's like, if I came up here and a newer coach came up here that had the same amount of confidence as I do, you're not going to tell or know what coach has been in it for a longer amount of time. Because when you have that confidence in yourself and you go up and you stand up there and you're speaking with full confidence and you know what you're doing is set out to help people, is set out to change people's lives. You may be saving somebody's life. You may be stopping help and addiction in people's lives. You may be inspiring them, which will create a chain reaction in their family and in the people around them. And then that one other person is going to inspire somebody else or 5 other people. And then one of those 5 other people are going to inspire anybody. Like, you guys have to understand that big picture. What happens is we see the here and now, and that's it. And God sees the generations and nations. So He sees this bigger picture. And if you haven't seen Do You Believe? It is a faith-based movie. Look at it. Like, we just see what we see. We have these little small minds. And so I want you guys to, first of all, I have homework for you. I don't even want to call it homework. I have action steps for you guys if you want to grow your business. Number 1, know your why. Hold on to your why. Figure out why you're in this business, okay? So if you're going to tell me, I'm in this business to help people, that's great. I am too. I think we all are, right? But that's not going to push you forward today or tomorrow or the next day to just do it. Unless you're like a hardcore peace-loving pearl, helping people is not going to continue to push you to invite and invite. Me, it does drive me. Helping people, like, that is my heart and soul. But I also have an emotional why behind this, and that's so that I can continue to stay at home with my child, so that I can raise him the way that I want to raise him, so that I can continue to plant seeds in his heart and in his life, so that he grows up to be this loving, godly man. And that's what I want. I want to be able to raise my children the way that I want and not the way that a daycare would or somebody else would. You know, you never know what's going on in people's houses or in daycares or in just anything. I don't want that for my child. I want to be there for him. So that's my emotional why that is attached behind why I do this business, along with helping people, right? Does that make sense? So number one is getting that why. And when you guys figure that out, I want you to write this out, and I want you to either make a video here in Smash or whatever group we're in, make a video, post, tag maybe your success partner or tag your upline coach or both or whoever. So get that why. Okay? That's the first step. Next, get your mindset in check. Tell yourself that you are valuable. Give yourself words of affirmation on top of that. So I want that to come after your why. Giving yourself words of affirmation. And then what your big dream or goal is. And maybe just make it for this year. Or, you know what, make it for whatever. But once you get that big goal, you are going to have to reverse engineer it. Maybe that's something that you don't do right away, but I want to know your why. I want to know some words of affirmation. I want you to speak life into your life. And then I want to know your big dream with this. Where do you want to go? Are you looking to make 6 figures a year? Are you looking to make 7 figures a year? Are you looking to pay off all your debt? Are you looking to take a family vacation what is it that you want to do? Because once we know that, and once your upline knows that, and once your success partner knows that, we know where you should push. And then I want you to say, I'm going to go all in. I'm going to take the small, daily, consistent actions every single day. My 4 vital behaviors, I am going to stand by that. I am going to do them each and every single day. I'm going to work out and take care of my body. I am going to read my personal development to fill my mind with greatness. I am going to invite people to this because I care about them and I want them to save their lives and inspire others so we can create this chain reaction of this crazy obesity mess that's going on. And I'm going to recognize and praise people because it makes them feel good. I want to hear it. I want to see it. Let's do this. I'll see you guys.